Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me, your girl, twitch.tv/Alice Moonflower, and today we're back with day 3 of the non-binary coded games event with our coverage. We're going to be starting. We're going. Hold on, sorry. I'm a little frazzled. I was trying to catch my breath before getting here, but not quite there. Yeah, give me a second. Let me run that back. Can I run it back? Can I run it back? I'm gonna run that one back. Give me 1 second. Give me more energy this time. Oh, okay. I'm getting excited. I always start these up and then I get like super excited. I'm so happy to be part of the event. Okay. What's up, y'all? It's me, your girl, twitch.tv/Alice Moonflower, and today we're going to be starting up day 3 of our coverage of the non-binary coded games event. And to start up our showcase, we are first going to be playing Quality Dreams, Reasonably Sourced by Zorky Studios. Thank you, Puppy, for posting our links in chat. That first link is really good. You'll be able to see the Steam pages of all the games that I'm going to be playing. Or trying. Let me not say that. There's a lot of games and very limited time. Very limited time. Those are the games that I'm going to be trying to cover during the time frame of the event. We're going to be live every day of the event, as we have been from the start. So from the 13th to the 20th here, we are covering games every single day. Those are the lists of games that have reached out to me and that I have so far accepted and said, yeah, I'll try to hit your game during the period. Those games are the ones that I have my eye on. And we're going to you can go and you can like wish list the ones that you like or whatever, but those are the ones we're going to be trying to cover, and you're probably going to be seeing here on the channel even past the event, you know. The next link there in chat currently is going to be the event page itself. There are over like 150 games or something. There is a lot of games. That number might be wrong, but there is a lot of games on that list that we are not going to be covering. So please go check out the list. Maybe there'll be something interesting that you would like, or maybe something interesting that you would like to see maybe us play in the future. So go check that out. Dungeon Bodega Simulator, I just saw. Okay, I just looked at the list. I just looked at the list right now. I don't care what that game is about. I kind of legally have to... Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm saving that for later. I'm saving that for later. Okay. But for right now, our focus is Quality Dreams, Reasonably Priced by Zorky Studios. I'm seeing something right off the back here that I really appreciate. In the other visual novels that we have played on the channel, the biggest ones that come to mind are Arcade Spirits and all the other games. We've played Arcade Spirits 1 and 2. We've played Penny Larceny. We've played Shadow over Cyberspace. We've played... What was the last one? Laugh Track? All the games by like Two Flower. In the beginning of the game, before you even get in, they have content warnings. They have content warnings pasted, and they have content warning. They have links to like the website where they'll have spoilered and non-spoilered content warnings. I fucking appreciate so much the fact that there's content warnings on this menu. You don't understand the amount of points you're getting right now. You're getting graded, of course. I mean, obviously, right? I'm checking out your game to see if I like it. That's like 1,000 points to start. Thank you so much. Let's click this. Alrighty. Content warnings. We have a list of content warnings. Animals in peril dying. / dying. Recreational drugs. Job risk and work impropriety. Did I say that word right? Lack of autonomy, medical costs, monetary stress, parental abuse, and transphobia. Your face is 1,000 points? I'll fucking 1,000 points you, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. So, what happens when I click these? During a particular... We get descriptions of the content warnings. We're gonna go through these. While I do, but before I do, actually, I'm going to make a content warning list real quick. I'm going to make a content warning list real quick, and we're gonna make a quick command that we can drop when people are covering it. Let me open up Nightbot and redo our content warning command. This, of course, is not part of the time that we're going to give the game. We're still going to give them 2 hours. We're going to be hitting a bunch of demos today, so I don't expect them to be too long, so this isn't going to be too much to do while we're fucking running it live. Me a second to write this out. Alright, can anybody in chat do me the quick favor exclamation mark CW. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna put exclamation mark CW at the very start of our title as well. Thank you. Okay. CW should give you information about where to watch Smallville. When I don't have content warnings to give, I put... Where do I even put? Where do I even, like, put? XYZ streaming site or some shit? Like... Who's watching Smallville in 2026, first of all? Wait a minute. Who's watching Smallville? But I have seen those... The only thing I know of Smallville is that it was on the CW. And there was commercials for it, like, all the time, everywhere. There were advertisements for it everywhere. That's all I know. That's all I know. Alright. Lack of autonomy is a good one to call out that people don't often do, speaking as someone with that trigger. But yeah, no, that's pretty good. I could see how that one could be like big. Stuff like side chords, etc. are like my greatest nightmare scenario. I'm gonna say I've seen a bit of this game. It does feel like it needs the warnings. Of watching it more closely, we see it handling well. Yep, here's hoping. Who was watching Smallville in 2002? Not me, dog. Not me. Alright. We're gonna go through these real quick. I want to read. I don't know if these are everything that's going to be within the demo, because we just have the demo, we don't have the full game. Or I don't know if these are going to show up, all of these are going to show up, or if just some of them. I know from what I read, the main character's bunny rabbit is very sick and not doing well. So that's probably what that one is. Elsie wasn't born until like 2018. What the fuck? That's not for what? Don't fucking do that, because somebody's gonna fucking believe you. Somebody's gonna fucking believe you about my baby ass, and then they're gonna be like, wait a minute, what the fuck? It was 2017, you bitch. No. I think I'm like 27, right? I think I'm like 27. 1998, dog, leave me alone. Animals in peril / dying. Jin's pet rabbit is ill. Illness is curable, but if the funds for her surgery cannot be collected by the end of the game, the rabbit will die. This does not happen in the demo. Oh, that's... I would... Oh, no. That's a lot, dog. That's a lot. What if I can't make the money? Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, chap. The way I fucking play games, that rabbit... I don't know if that rabbit's okay. During a particular route, Jin is offered drugs in a low-pressure environment. There's a little impact from accepting and no repercussions for not accepting. Job risk and work impropriety. Jin's boss, Baron, is overly familiar and can act threateningly. He creates pressure around hitting targets and following his instructions. He often delivers feedback with a mocking or disappointed tone. His actions are only ever verbal and do not venture into sexual harassment. Lack of autonomy. Several characters feel hopeless because of their situation or lose autonomy due to systems outside of their control. One character has very little control over their life. This causes them harm. Medical costs. Jin's pet rabbit has a high medical cost, which Jin needs to pay in order for her to receive treatment. The pending payment causes a lot of stress and is brought up frequently. Monetary stress. Jin has little savings and must make a large purchase in a few weeks. They spend a lot of time thinking about money, planning around it, and stressing over it. Parental abuse. Prior to the story, a character was tricked and lied to by their parents. This led that character's body being changed in ways they did not consent to or know about. When confronting their father about it, the character was mocked and belittled. This is all described after the fact only. Transphobia. During a particular route, you can direct Jin to be transphobic to another character. Boo! It is presented as internalized transphobia, and all other characters will push back against what Jin says. All instances of transphobia can be avoided, and the route can be exited at central points. Okay. If any of this is a no for you, before we even start, feel free to check out. I'm only gonna stick around until we hit the start button. I'm only gonna give 2 hours to this game. If you do leave, check Blue Sky. Keep an eye on Blue Sky. Keep an eye on our Discord if you're in it. And I will be posting whenever we move on. But yeah, feel free if you need to check out. If this just ain't for you, go ahead. I'm going to proceed with the game. If I do leave, I'll mute, so I'll see when it changes. All right, bet. Sounds good. Don't be transphobic, LC. I don't know, is Bridget Guilty Gear in this game? I fucking hate Bridget Guilty Gear. Top tier, number one Bridget Guilty Gear hater. Right here. I have a trading card. I'll eat it. Your trading card? I'll eat it. More like guilty gay. Oh! Alright. Let's do this. I'm ready. I'm gonna take a bite of food real quick because I got some food in front of me. And I'm a little bit hungry. And then we're gonna get started. It's gonna bane her before the game pulls its bull. I'm sorry, what did they do? I think Arc Systems started using AI at some point, so I stopped playing Strive for a bit. But you would need to look into that. Oh, you meant in your card game. Got you. I was like, wait a minute. As far as I'm aware, Guilty Gear hadn't done anything too weird. They use AI, so I ain't buying shit from them anymore. And probably never gonna stream Strive again. But if a homie is like, yo, let's play Strive, I might play it. Or we're in like an arcade and Strive is there. Whatever, they use AI in Strive that we know of. Yeah. The second they do, the second they're like, oh yeah, fucking AI in Strive, I'm done. Oh, for real. Alright. Yeah, I probably won't be playing the next Guilty Gear though. Alright, 2 hours on the clock. Let's fucking do this. Start. Start demo. Thank you for trying out this demo. We're a 2-person team based in Canada, and I hope you enjoy our game. We'd appreciate if you left us feedback so we can improve the game. We hope you enjoyed the demo. Continue. Sure. All I've ever known is the city. All I've ever seen are her walls. Glittering metal spike piercing in the barren land, bedded deep in its sands. My alarm goes off, and I sigh. I'm too tired for work. I leave my apartment building and make my way to the city elevator. I punch in the number for floor far above mine and pay the fare. I cram myself into the shoebox elevator burrowed in the city's bones. My stomach drops as it begins to ascend. I consciously relax in the never familiar press of people, trying to force myself comfortable and pull myself awake. It's a shame that time doesn't stop for the weary. 19 minutes later, I've made it to the clinic. The lobby is often quiet. We don't see many clients in a week. I make my way to the coffee machine, blinking back my fatigue. As my mug fills, I notice Baron walk into the lobby. Hi, Jin, got a minute? Never good when your boss wants a word. Pretend you didn't, you're not here, that shit. Yep. Whatever. Yes. Sure, Baron, what's up? I wanted to have a quick chat. See how things have been going. How you've been settling in. That kind of thing. If I've learned anything my month working here, is that this chat will not be quick. Let's talk in your office. He starts walking off, not waiting for my reply. Take a sip of coffee. We're gonna need it. I take a sip of my coffee and watch him walk for a bit. Then I let out a sigh and follow him back into my office. Dread crawling up my spine. When I come in, Baron has settled where my clients sit. He gestures for me to take my seat, and I do, watching him with trepidation. So, Jin, you've been here about a month. How do you feel things are going? They're going alright, probably. I think things are going well. Still settling in, but I feel like it's been good so far. It could be better, right? You're not hitting your targets. And I know, you're new, and this is your first job as a psych line. And it's been a slow month in terms of clients. I get that. I feel confident you'll do better once you're in the full swing of things. But just for my own peace of mind and for your good as well, I'd like us to do a little mock client interview. Pretend I'm here to get some mods. Defend your performance. Nah, but oh, I wanna fight. I wanna fight. There's like a bunny at home though. I wanna fight so bad. That's why I'm done with Alcat, despite how much I adore their games. The RPG devs, Pathfinder, Kingmaker, and Wrath of the Righteous came to more recently 40k Rogue Trader. Currently working on another 40k base, and they've been hiring for AI people for their upcoming games. Boo! Boo! Ew! Boo! Yeah, no, fuck them. Alright. Defend. I've made a lot of sales, but none of them good sales. So, shall we begin? I swallow a sigh. Alright. Welcome to Envisage poetry. I try my best not to cringe when I say the name. How Baron came up with something so awful I would never understand. Probably introduce myself first. Hi, I'm Jin. My pronouns are any/all, and I'll be consulting on your modification today. Hello, Jin. I'm Baron, and my pronouns are he/him. Very nice to meet you. I'm a little surprised he didn't go for a fake name. Fill out the form? Before we start, would you mind filling out this form? I don't think there's a need for that. Can you just ask me about what you need me to know? What you need to know? I need the information for our records. Just write it down as you speak. Push back. It's policy. Make an exception. No. I open my mouth to retort, but Baron cuts me off. What kind of clinic is this? I thought the customer was always right. In matters of taste, my mind supplies the end of the quote. He isn't going to let this go. Alright, I'll fill in your answers. Good. Age? Could you tell me how old you are? Try that again. Clarify? What do you mean by that? You sounded so awkward. Just try it again. You're my boss, dog. What do you mean? What do you expect? Would you mind telling me how old you are? I need it for the form. How old do you think I am? Why don't you tell me? I'm 37. So what mods are you interested in getting? I'm not sure. Maybe something to add glow to my tattoos. Ooh, audio link. Not sure? You're not sure? Yeah, I might want something else after all. Or possibly nothing. Why is that? Why wouldn't you want it? I'm just not sure that's what my heart has settled on yet. Let's pause for a second. Most clients will have an idea of what they want, and that's great. But people don't always know what's best for them. No, fucker, no, that's not what we're doing. This bunny is in fucking peril because I am not doing that. The use of AI displeases the Emperor. LOL. Hi, Rosie. I used to recommend their games up till now if you like Super Country CRPGs, but I can't recommend anything they make from now on. That's so fair, dog. There's an argument to be had about still, like, arguing with your money. If a game did not use AI, and you know it didn't, then continue to play that product and not anything future from them, like not anything that utilizes AI or anything that would have been made after AI is a use case. But every decision on that is so valid. For me, I just fucking avoid at this point. Right now, I just avoid that shit. Is your boss such a Karen? They're our boss. They're probably trying to get us to upsell mods. I would wing the shit out of it. What do you mean? We're gonna be clicking buttons. You have to learn about them and guide them to the best decision. Best for them, right? The best decision based on their lives? Yes, but people improve their lives through modding. More often than not, getting mods is the best decision for them. However, you shouldn't push mods on clients when it's really not what they need. Getting mods reversed is very expensive. Often we can't put someone back exactly how they were before the initial procedure. We don't want our customers to be dissatisfied or asking for refunds. We're trying to bring joy into the world. Alright. Okay, when is a mod a bad call? What about a scenario where a customer really shouldn't have the mod? Then don't recommend it. We're not here to scam anyone or cause them harm. Mods make people happy, or they should. If the mod isn't helping, we shouldn't be recommending it. But I really doubt that'll ever happen. Mods make things better. Maybe this hypothetical customer just hadn't found the right mod yet. Interesting. Interesting flip-flop. I don't like it. You're kind of sus. In that case, your job would be to help them uncover the mod that's right for them. So you mean start? Okay, we're gonna see in a minute. We're gonna see in a minute. I may or may not want glowing tattoos. Occupation. What's your current occupation? You might not believe it, but I actually own a small body mod clinic. Alright, humor him. What a coincidence. Please tell me more. I'd love to. Here he goes again. When my father passed away a few years ago, he left me the body mod shop he'd started and told me to make something good of it. I'm not sure if he meant do good or be profitable, but I choose to believe he meant to do true good, to bring goodness into the world. So I took the little clinic and I diversified it. We increased variety, dropped prices. Now more people than ever can access mods. Did it cost me? Of course it did. Well, at the beginning at least. But it was all worth it to give more people access to mods. He loves to tell this story any chance he gets. That's all the form questions out of the way. Time to move on to the rest of the interview. The appeal of glowing tattoos. Let's talk more. Let's talk more about these tattoos. What makes you want them? What do you like about them? They look nice, they're in fashion, they're cheap. What's not to like? Okay. Budget. What does your budget look like for this procedure? Oh, it's very tight. 3K at most. I noted down, glowing tattoos usually range from 600 to 5,000, depending on the size, features, whether there's complete design on the skin. Would that be a problem? Maybe. It could, depending on what model and features you end up choosing, but I'll be here to help you pick something with your budget. Perfect. Resting after mock. You'll need to take the rest of the day once you've had the procedure. Can you make time for that? No, 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 no. Okay. Questioning. What's wrong? You can't ask like that. You need to ask nicely. Like, do you have any plans for after the procedure? Why? Why do I need to say it that way? It sounds better, more friendly, less medical. We're a clinic, dog. Shouldn't medical be fine? We're a clinic. Yeah, but we're selling an experience. That is not in line with what you were saying before. Well, okay, dog. All right. Plans after. Do you have any plans for after the procedure? Not particularly. Just going to head home. We spend the following weekend with some friends. And that wasn't hard, was it? You don't need to gloat about it. You're right. I don't. I'm sorry. Next phase. Alright. I think I've got what I need. Let's move on. No, no, no. That's no good. Talk to me more first. Build a rapport. It's better if you talk to them for longer. Wasting clients' time, insufficient session use, yeah? Won't they notice I'm wasting their time with relevant conversation? Just say you need to know more about them to make a good decision. Make it seem like it hurts you if they don't share. That seems manipulative. Oh, you do actually want to get to know them. You should be interested in our clients, and knowing them better does help you do a better job. Since you can put them at ease and sell to them better. Make sure you're talking to them for longer, okay? Alright, I'll bite. What conversation topics? What is there to talk about? Can't you make small talk? Ask them about their work, hobbies, whatever. Friendliness level? Like, how friendly do you expect me to be with clients? Enough to be personable to them, to make them like you. And if it seems they feel better with friendly you, then you should be even more friendly. Aren't there, like, professional pipeline client boundaries I should be minding? Oh, don't worry about that. It's not like you're a doctor, or licensed for that matter. You're a salesperson, not a therapist. Nope. I still feel like you're encouraging me to manipulate our clients. To a degree, yes, but all of sales is manipulation. In any case, I hired you because you're a people person. Try to form genuine connection. If it's really not working, and you feel like the conversation is forced, then let things lie. You just make everything awkward otherwise. Impact on salary. Admission, God, take him to court, LOL. All for being super friendly and whatnot, but at a certain point this becomes unprofessional. Yes, this is in fact the villain here. This is in fact a fucking CEO stepping in to be like, yo, you should do this villainous shit, dog. You should do this villainous shit, bro, please. Please do this villainous shit, alright? Come on. Come on. Take the sales. It makes me money. Will having lawyer client sections impact my salary or commission? Now, why would you think that? Before we get back to it, I want to make sure you understand that you're a salesperson first. It's fine to form connection. I encourage it. It usually makes the selling go better. Remember, you're not a therapist. You don't have to abide by any rules. I like talking to clients and getting to know them. It's the best part of my job. But when Baron talks about it like this, something about it feels vile. The ethical implications twist in my stomach. Alright, I think I've got what I need. Let's move on to the recommendation. Excellent. I look over my notes, detailing my talk with Baron. There are mess of advice and intentional obfuscation. So I think you better recommend me. I don't recommend you go forward with the procedure. Good one. Wait, are you serious? I'm serious. Based on what you've told me, I can't in good conscience recommend you get these mods. What? Why? Decision feels impulsive. The decision to get these mods feel impulsive. I'm concerned you may have regrets. No, I suppose it is. Great job, you passed the test. I'm friendly enough with my work. Take of the court, lol. Yeah. Friendly enough with my work that people sometimes call me unprofessional, but this is a bit much. No, I think he's full of shit. Right, you planned this all from the start. I did. Probably best to leave it there. So, I suppose that's all then. For the sake of completion, let's say that you did recommend I go forward with the procedure and run through the cross-selling. As you know, or should know, you check that catalog is in front of you. Check that catalog in front of you. Pick some options you think I like. Pitch them to me. But don't push too much, you'll come off annoying. Fang teeth, no. Improved sense of drug-resistant liver. Improved sense of smell. None of these are what they wanted. But if they're looking for like upsell cost 0, total commit. The procedure cost is 2,000. They said that they had 3,000 to play with. Is this a TF modding fetish game? LOL. It's the game about body modifications, like a cyberpunk society type deal. At least that's what it looked like. The only thing I could really think to recommend them is the Fang teeth. They were looking for stuff that's in fashion, stuff that's like visually appealing, and their current procedure for what they wanted, it's 2K, and their full budget for this whole thing is 3K. So if we were to be like, hey, are you interested in Fang teeth? This is another thing that might look cool. Like if you want it because it looks nice, maybe you want to look into another cosmetic. Okay, I think that makes sense. Picked everything out. Good. Now I can check this handy tablet in front of me and see all the goodies you're offering. Try Fang teeth. Have you considered getting Fang teeth? Looks cool. Fits your vibe. Yeah, fits his vibe. I feel like they'd fit your vibe. I don't think I give off scary vibes. Do I? Yes. Your vibes can be a bit scary sometimes. Ah, I see. Can't you sell a bit better? Be more persuasive? I'm trying my best. I disagree. I feel like I've sold a fair amount based on Baron's hypothetical budget. I don't want to push things too much. Alright, let me give you your feedback and we'll wrap up. I take a slow breath. This will be good. You could work on keeping clients talking for longer. I felt like you cut my interview short. You took feedback well, so take credit for that. I know I'm not always the best at delivering my comments. In the end, you made a good decision. So keep in mind that selling is important. If you had spoken with me for longer, you might have figured out my desire for the mods was more serious than you assumed. Now, as your efforts at cross-selling, that was bad. You couldn't convince me to buy anything. You'd better work on sales pitches after we're done here. Alright, that's all for today. Good work. Tension I hadn't realized I was holding released from my shoulders. I look forward to seeing your progress. I watched Baron leave, feeling a bit shaken. Things went well overall, but I know Baron will continue keeping an eye on me. After staring at paperwork for a few hours, the clock ticks over to leaving time. I let my gaze linger over my office to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, then leave to begin my trek home. The apartment. I climb the stairs to my apartment and shut the door with a sigh. I hear a slight rustling and look around. Nibbles is watching me from her cage. Nibbles dandelion. Seeing her always fills me with warmth. Let her out. Pick her food. I open the door to the fence around Nibbles' hutch. She slowly hops forward, settling down the rug next to me. I can't tell if she's moving more slowly than if I'm just projecting. I give her a small pat and sigh softly. Check her food. I check her food and notice she's eaten less than usual. I refill her water and wonder if my worry is warranted. I glance at the time. The vet should be calling soon. Watch her. I watch Nibbles roll onto her side. She's lying on her usual spot on the rug near my usual spot in my bed. She seems more tired than normal today. I rub Nibbles' forehead gently. She seems to relax a bit. Oh, treat. I grab some washed kale from the fridge and offer it to Nibbles. He perks up a bit and starts munching on a corner. I'll get her some more later. Clean up your dishes. I have some dishes from last night I haven't dealt with. I wash each by hand and drop them into my too tall stack of dry dishes. That's going to be a problem left for tomorrow. I look around feeling listlessness rise in my chest. I need something to do while I'm waiting for the vet to call. Unpack, watch TV, play with Nibbles. Play with the bunny. I grab some of Nibbles' favorite toys to throw and place them around her. She glances towards them, but seems interested. The worry between my ribs radiates outward. Aw. Unpack. I moved down to this apartment about 2 months ago. I couldn't afford my old one anymore. I look around the space that doesn't quite feel like home and can't help but notice all the ways it's worse. The room is too small for all my stuff. Much of it still sits in half-unpacked boxes. It's further from my new job, adding time to my commute and shifting my sleep schedule. I still wake bleary some days, and no amenities are included. The savings come at the expense of my comfort. Home does not feel like a place of rest. Mechanically, I pull objects from boxes and try to find room for them in overstuffed cupboards and drawers. After about 2 boxes, my brain starts to hurt. I'll leave the rest for another day. Let's watch TV. I flip on the TV. The stars bear witness to both entwined and broken hearts. It's an older show, but one I remember fondly. I settle in to watch the rest of the episode. After about 20 minutes, my phone rings. Answer the phone. I hit a button on the side of my earpiece. Hello? Hello, this is Dr. Monk's office. Calling back with test results for your rabbit Nibbles dandelion. Oh yes, thank you for managing such a quick turnaround. Test results. We understand how important this information is to our client. The speaker on the other side of the line clears their throat. Unfortunately, the test came back positive. Your rabbit is suffering from... The voice turns to static in my mind and I feel my hands start to shake. I stand there staring at the wall, keeping as still as I can. Hello, is everything okay? No. Well, no, not really. You just told me Ray Rabbit needs immediate treatment, or she's going to suffer greatly and then die. No worries, we understand that hearing this kind of information can be quite difficult. No worries? No, let it go. That they don't, I mean, it's just a doctor. Like, voicing discomfort and being honest is fine, but I don't want to fight with a doctor. I forced myself to take a breath and remember that just someone reading off this is just someone reading off a script. Next steps. What do I do now? We'll need to schedule Nibbles Dandelions for surgery. My blood runs cold. Is she going to be okay? How much is this going to cost? Surgery details? What will happen in the surgery? We'll remove the infected organs. After, we'll put Nibbles Dandelions on an antibiotics regimen. And a month ago or so, she should fully recover. Surgery risks? Are there any risks in having the surgery? We performed this procedure many times. There's very little risk. About as much as getting a nano-animated tattoo. Very low risk then. Alternative treatment? Are there any alternatives to surgery? This is the option with the greatest chance of success. Alternatives require prolonged treatment and are not guaranteed to permanently cure Nibbles Dandelions. Okay. Thank you. Surgery date? How soon will the surgery be? We can schedule you for next week, Sunday. That's 13 days from now. And would Nibbles wait that long? Will that be enough time to get enough money to cover the surgery costs? Sooner? Later? That's questions. Just ask all the questions. Are there available dates any sooner? Fortunately, this is the earliest date we can schedule you for. Okay. Okay, thank you. I noticed I'm biting my lip and stop. Cost? How much will the surgery cost? The procedure will cost $17,000. Oh shit. That's a lot more money than I have in savings. Installment plan? Is there an option to pay by installment? No, we require full payment up front. Yeah, that's a vet. Alright. I try to keep my voice from sounding as shaky as I feel. We finalize the appointment details, and I hang up the phone. I look down at where Nibbles is flopped on the floor, and my heart sinks. Saving $17,000 in 12 days? Well, 11 work days isn't impossible, but I don't feel good about my odds. I sit down next to Nibbles and run a hand through her fur. I can't imagine losing her. I don't remember making dinner, and the food is tasteless when I eat it. I keep glancing over at Nibbles, reassuring myself she's still there. The apartment feels more cramped than usual. I usually keep the window closed, but today, it makes the walls feel like they're closing in on me. Before I head to bed, I open my banking app to pay my utilities. It might be best not to keep paying for so many luxuries. At least until I've saved up enough for Nibbles. Me trying to fucking uncheck everything. It's not that much money though. It's like $2, $4, $7, 14. Oh. Welcome in, Trash Memo. How are you doing? Welcome in. Can somebody hit exclamation mark CW? Chat. We're playing Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced as our first game of today's showcase. There are some content warnings that I urge you to think about before continuing to watch. We got animals in peril / dying, recreational drugs, job risk and work impropriety, lack of autonomy, medical costs, monetary stress, parental abuse, and transphobia, to name a few. If any of that is too much, we're currently, right now, in the middle of hearing about our pet being sick. So if you're not interested in hearing about that, feel free to peace out for a little bit and come back in a bit. So that's available in the full games we can. It takes me too long to fall asleep. I turn back and forth under the sheets, unable to feel comfort or stop my spinning mind. I wake up and realize I don't hear the sound of my alarm. I blink and notice there's too much light in the room. I check the time and a bucket of cold water falls over me. I needed to leave work for an hour. I needed to leave work an hour ago. I quickly rush to get dressed and refill the food. Then I grab my lunch and run out the door. Halfway to the elevator, I start worrying that I have a client interview booked for this morning. I spend the rest of the trip to the clinic bouncing between dreading being late and hoping I misremembered it tomorrow. I step in the clinic and a notification pops up letting me know there's a client waiting in my office. I curse, grab the client's file from behind the reception desk, and make my way to the consultation room. I'm only a few minutes late to the appointment, but a splash of guilt still runs down my throat. I muster a smile and knock gently and open the door. The customer is sitting in one of the chairs. They seem to be engrossed in a tablet, probably working. Apologize. Sorry for the wait. Welcome to the Envisage Poetry. Welcome to Envisage Poetry. I always cringe a bit at the clinic's name. I'm Jen. I use all pronouns. How can I help you today? They look at me from where they're sitting. Good morning, I'm Ocean. This is the room for consultations, right? They look at me in their early 20s, but their composure makes me older than they look. There's conviction in the way they sit. And I relax a bit. Clients who know what they want are always easier to deal with. Yes, you're in the right place. Usually I have some time to prep before my meetings. I clench my hand around the data chip. Probably won't be an issue to ask for a moment to get myself oriented, but I can't get a good read on this client yet. The wealthier ones can sometimes be unreasonable. Check the file. If you wouldn't mind giving me a moment to catch up. My morning has been a bit busier than I would have expected. No worries. Okay, agent pronouns. At the top of the file, I found Ocean, he, they, 27. Occupation. Under the line of work section, I find a brief explanation of small gardening business. Desired procedure. I find a section detailing the mods Ocean would like. Seems like standard gender-affirming care. It's a pretty straightforward procedure with a few days recovery time. I finish scanning the file and close it. This should be enough for a starting point. Now to learn more about what Ocean is looking for and why. So, you're looking to get a gender-affirming work done? That's correct. Next question I need to ask is probably the most respectful, not the most respectful kind, but it's part of the standard procedure for consultation. Ask, I guess. Why are you looking to get this done? Why do you mean why? What do you mean by why? No, no, don't do that. It's procedure, fortunately. It's just a procedural question. I didn't mean anything by it. They sigh. I socially transitioned some time ago. Started taking hormones sometime after that. Being honest with myself, it's something I've had to learn. About a year ago, I realized that I'm not happy with how things are. I'm uncomfortable when I see myself in the mirror. I don't like parts of my body. And I can understand now that I want to take steps to make myself happier. Okay, sure. Why wait is their business. This sounds like their business. What's your budget? I understand. What does your budget look like? I've done my research and I should have the right amount to cover everything I'm looking for. Glad to hear. I'm happy that you're in a comfortable place to get this done now. Thank you. I've covered all the required information, but it might be helpful to know more about Ocean before moving forward. And Baron won't be happy if he finds out I didn't keep the conversation going for longer. Fine. Can I ask more about you? Depends on what you want to know. Work. I saw that you work as a gardener. And what's your work like? Lots of hands-on stuff. I enjoy the plants, but the customers can be a bit... He laughed a bit. I'm sure you know. Gardening. Could you tell me more about your work? It's hard to find jobs that you like when you're born on the floors near me. But I really do love plants. What's your work environment like? I try to deliver the question neutrally, not wanting my curiosity to overwhelm or alienate. Ocean raised an eyebrow. You mean, do I work in real sunlight? Apologize? Is that bad task? Yes, sorry, Ocean laughs, cutting me off. It's fine, really, most people ask. Not all my clients are high enough up, but a lot of them get almost direct sunlight. I've never worked for anyone with unfiltered light, though. I struggled to keep the awe off my face. I know, it's pretty wild. Something a low-floor guy like me would have ever dreamed of. Let's switch gears slightly. Sure. What are responsibilities? Like, I'm curious about the work. But we asked to ask their plans, right? And if... I guess that's too much to ask, though. I'm so sorry about that. Now that I have a better understanding of Ocean, I feel more comfortable moving on. What are your plans after VOD? Do you have anything planned after the procedure? Why do you ask? Procedural. You need to avoid any strenuous activity for a few days after the procedure. I'm planning a small trip with my friends to celebrate. Should be undemanding. Okay. What are you planning for your trip? Just a visit to a mid-floor resort. Nothing that exciting, really. I don't need to ask more than that. I hope you have a great time. Thanks. Hobbies. Do you have any hobbies? I'm really into tea, actually. Could you tell me a bit more about tea? What do you want to know? What's your favorite? What kinds of tea do you like? Oh, I've gotten into mushroom tea. Have you tried it? No, I've never even heard of it, actually. Well, if you ever get the chance, you should try some. It's really quite unique. It's a good word, I think. Yeah. Sounds like a much try experience. What's your favorite aspect of tea? What part do you like the most about tea? I like figuring out how to express flavors. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I think what I like more is the process of transforming plants into, then again, transforming the leaves into a beverage. I understand being memorized by transformation. To become better and more comfortable with yourself or someone new. Ocean nods. Yeah, exactly. Alright, cool. Ocean pauses, seeming to consider me. I actually sell the teas I blend. If you ever want to try some, I can direct you to coffee shops that sell them. And if you come at the right time, there might even be mushroom tea available. You wait for my answer expectantly, and I notice how much you're trying to hide their anticipation. Ocean's tea must be very important to you. Sure. I'd love to try your tea sometime. Ocean smiles, trying to hide the relief. But you won't regret it. I'm sure I won't. I look over my notes. It's time to make my recommendation. I need to save another 8,668 over the next 12 days to afford the surgery for nipples. If Ocean has the procedure done, I'll at least earn 600. What they want, sure. Based on what we've discussed, I can easily recommend that you go forward with the desired procedure. A wave of relief rolls over them. That's great. We discussed what Ocean is looking to get done. I put together a suggested plan. Now it's time to see if I can get Ocean to agree to buy anything. Custom voice? What's their... I don't really know their budget. And I'm not gonna push it too hard. They already said that they know they want. They had enough to cover what they wanted. I can't recommend anything that they had enough. Alright, that seems good. It's probably best not to try to upsell Ocean. We settle on the procedure, and I explained the remaining information to Ocean. Next, our clinic surgeon. Dr. Soul will give you a quick physical to double check you're fit for the procedure. Once you've gotten a clean bill of health, I'll schedule your operation date. At that point, I'll also take your deposit, which will be half the total cost. Sound good? Ocean smiles, attention uncurling from their shoulders. Sounds great. I return his smile and we shake hands. Yours feels firm, welcoming. Walk out of my office together. A bit later, having seen Souls set up Ocean's appointment and gotten their deposit, I return to the office to get started on the post-session paperwork. A few hours later, I hear a knock on the wall by the open door to my office and look up. Got a minute? Yeah. Sure. I need you to run down to Winterden and place an order. Should be less than an hour. They have our payment information on file. Paperwork? I really need to finish this paperwork. Oh no, then finish it once you're back. You'll have time. Everyone doesn't care about the paperwork anyway. I don't want to not help. I want to help. They haven't done anything bad. Yeah, sure. Alright, I'll go. What do you need me to get? Phil hands me a list. It's all here. The bag is in its usual place. Just give that to Wingerden. He'll know what to do with it. Feel free to call me if you have any questions or if they give you any trouble. Trouble? What do you mean trouble? Phil shrugged slightly. You know how Wingerden gets. No? Before I have time to follow up, Soul gives a wave and walks back out of my office. I look down at the list she gave me and sigh. Guess I'm off to Winnie's. The trip to Winnie's shop is uneventful. Make one turn, but notice pretty soon after. Before I know it, I'm approaching stall. No, I won't be going lower than that. Stop asking. Winnie's voice carries down the street. I've never heard her sound so stern. If you want to pay that much, find some 2-bit hack who'll sell you defective junk. When you decide you want to put quality parts into your body, you'll crawl back here. Of course, by then, your flesh will be rotting and half-baked amps, shoddy nanocomponents. Your kidneys failing from filtering a deluge of filth pumped into your heart, then back through your body. I'll laugh in your face and remind you about today. Then I'll charge you double, and you'll pay it because you'll be so desperate for something good. Now get the fuck out of here. You're not worth any more of my time. Damn. Yeah? Fuck you, Winnie. The customer spits and turns away, almost bumping into me as I approach the stall. Didn't see you there. Jin from Envisage Poetry, right? Yeah. What happened? Yeah, what was that about? Is everything alright? Oh, sure. Just a customer trying to haggle me down, thinking they got more power than they do. This is my shop, and my word is final. Sometimes people just need a friendly reminder of that. Damn fucking right. That makes sense. This is your place of business, and they should respect that. See? You get it. Happens often? Do you get customers like that often? Often? No. Usually my reputation filters out threats like that. I pulled the list out of my pocket. Cole gave me this. It has everything we're looking to buy. You mentioned you have our payment info? That I do. Hand over your list. See what we can do for Soul. They give it a quick glance over. I've got most of this in stock, but the last bit you'll need to wait for. I'll drop that off myself. Everything else I'll give to you to haul back today. Alright? Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I could do that. Sounds good. That's what I'd like to hear. Sounds suspiciously like you get the people she doesn't. Possibly. Possibly. I can't say we don't. Ocean was pretty cool, though. Winnie takes the bag I brought from the clinic and begins moving around her shop, picking items off shelves and bags. They pause when they spot a bin, half slid under a table. She looks back at me and then the bin. How would you feel about a bit of side work, Jen? I'm interested. I wouldn't say no to an opportunity. Currently got an excess of eye mods, telescopes, microscopes, color drifts, dark vision, electromags, sharpeners, basically the lot. If you could sell them off for me, I'll kick you back 15% of my profits. Not a bad deal if I think. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Not a bad deal at all. Glad to have you on board. They hold out their hand and we shake. He hands me the much fuller bag. This is for you. I suppose I'll be seeing you more often now that Soul can send you instead of coming yourself. Winnie turns and I follow her gaze to see a customer approaching. It was nice chatting, Jen. Bye again soon. Nah, they seem cool as fuck. No questions asked. A little kickback, a little commission. We sell some of their shit. Fuck yeah. Easy decision. She offers a mock salute and then steps away. Pull out a thank you. Thank you. They offer a wave without turning back. Oh, they're so cool too! She's so fucking cool! I reposition the bag over my shoulder and head back to the clinic. Winnie's words circling through my head. When I get back to the clinic, Soul is working in the lobby. She looks up and sees me in the bag. Is that everything? There's a bit more. Winnie will drop off later. Soul lets out an acknowledging noise and holds out a hand for the bag. For the bag. I mean, she's trying to take it. I hold out the bag and she carries it a few steps over to the counter. She quickly opens it and begins to rummage. Looks good, thanks for grabbing it. She pauses and looks back at me from the bag. How was Wingerton? Pretty good. They were friendly. Nice, friendly. Alright, that's good. They didn't do anything weird, did she? No? Like, what? Weird in what way? Anything that seemed out of place, unprofessional, or made you uncomfortable. Or is there anything you'd want to talk about? No? I ain't no fucking snitch. She asked me to help her offload some of her product. If people seem like they want it or are interested in that kind of thing, then fucking help them offload the product. I don't really see the problem with that. They seem pretty chill about it, and I could respect someone who could be like, yo, fuck you. You get what you get. This is my shop. You know, because this is my storefront too. Like, I get it. I get it. This is my stream is my place. If you don't fucking like it, then you could fucking leave. You know what I mean? Nah, she ain't fucking do nothing wrong. She ain't fucking do nothing wrong. Hell yeah, nah, she's great. She's fucking great. Bye then. Hello. Later, Dan. Nope, nothing of note. Okay, good. You'll let me know if they do. Of course. Sol takes a glance at the clock on the reception computer. Why don't you head home? I'll cover with Baron if he asks. Paperwork. I'll finish up my paperwork first. I only have a bit left. If you insist, we can leave together later then. Sol turns and walks back to her office. Was she waiting for me? Aw. After finishing our work, Sol and I leave the clinic together. We chat idly on the walk to the elevator. It's a bit busy, and I let her take one ahead of me. She thanks me, and I hide my mixed feelings behind a smile. I didn't want her to see what floor I was getting off at. Damn. I get home exhausted and collapse on my bed. After a bit, I roll to the side and notice Nibbles watching me. Let her out. I roll back off my bed and open the door to her hutch. She watches for a bit, before slowly making her way to her favorite spot on the rug. Sing her a song. I pick a popular tune and change the lyrics to make a song about Nibbles on the fly. She doesn't react, but it makes me smile. Play with Nibbles. I try rolling one of Nibbles' balls towards her. She glances at it, but doesn't push the ball back to me like she usually does. She's not her usual self, and it hurts to see her this way. My worries circle in my head, saving 8,668 in 10 more workdays. I sigh and roll back to my bed. Not impossible. I remind myself there's still a chance. Today went well. Tomorrow will too. Unpack. I glance at the stack of boxes awaiting unpacking. Fatigue preemptively settles on my shoulders. I pull out kitchen appliances that I have no room for and haphazardly squeeze them onto my limited counter space. All of them end up beneath the kitchen table. I sigh. Another reason it'll be some time before I have guests. I spend some time making dinner, then clean everything up. Grimly, I open my banking app to check things over. Okay, we have 9K out of the... Okay. By the time I get to bed, I feel drained from my bones. Sleep. I wake up with my alarm and sigh contentedly. It's nice not to be in a rush. I make a low-effort breakfast and quick shower before getting changed. Feeding Nibbles and heading to work. I have another appointment today. A larger part of me than I'd like to Mitt hopes it'd be someone looking for an expensive procedure. As I enter the clinic, I notice a message from Baron. The client's file is waiting for me on my work tablet. I make myself a cup of tea and carry it carefully to my office. I sit down, take a sip, swipe open the client's file. I'm expecting them to arrive just after noon. Baron left a note at the bottom of the file saying to watch myself with this one, which makes me a bit nervous. He rarely butts in, saying he prefers to leave an aspect to the psych line, which is fair. That's what he's paying me for. Whoever is coming in must be important. I swipe open the file on my tablet. Name. At the top of the file, I see Florence Sanderine. She, her. Florence Sanderine must be an upper floor. No wonder Baron gave me a heads up. It's unusual for us to get a top floor clients. To get top floor clients, they usually go to nicer clinics. Well, an upper floor client explains why Baron also told me not to ask about her budget. Did they? Is that there? I guess I was in the know. Occupation. Under the line of note work section, I find a really long explanation that can be summarized at stay-at-home spouse. Also, a brief mention of an interview show she hosts. It seems like a hobby project. The section detailing the mods Florence Sanderine would like is much shorter than I'm used to. It seems she's coming in for a voice change. It's technically a difficult procedure, and not that common, since it's expensive and impossible to completely reverse. The recovery time usually less than a day. From her file, Florence Sanderine seems like a pretty typical upper floor trophy spouse. There are a few things that don't entirely line up, but they don't relevant to the consultation. I close the file and I clean up my office. The fact I'm seeing an upper floor client has got me a bit more nervous than I'd like to admit. I've never met with an upper floor client. We can't access most of the higher end mods, even if our clients could afford them, nor can we offer the level of service they often expect. Before I know it, there's a gentle knock on my door. She's mob? Yo? So don't get her mad. Got it. I was ready when I... Oh. You're pretty. Oh, shit. I was like, okay, rich client, eat the rich. Upper floor, rich client, eat the rich. Oversell, oversell, oversell. But she's pretty though, point right, point left. At the sight of Florence Sanderine, I freeze momentarily. Hi, you can call me Florence. She, her. She smiles a little and I have to remind myself to breathe. I can't remember the last time I saw someone so beautiful. Back to normal. Confess you'd die for her. LOL. Hello, Florence. Wait, no, I can't say that. This is my client, a customer, and clearly a wealthy one. I need to get a grip. Oh, they didn't let me. They didn't let me make bad decisions with my life. Wow, okay. Why? Don't fucking hold my hand. Don't fucking hold my hand. I could be a raging lesbian if I want to be, goddammit. No, I didn't say that. Wait, this is my client, a customer, and clearly a very wealthy one. I need to get a grip. It's wonderful that you came to visit today. What am I saying? What is this? Do I not know any better words? I'm Jin. My pronouns, any pronouns are fine for me. He steps past me in the office, looking around slowly. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for looking after me today. She sits and her gaze turns back to me. I feel myself growing flustered. Customers aren't usually like this. The pleasure is entirely mine. Thank you for choosing Envisage Poetry. It takes all of my effort to say the words casually, withhold my inadvertent cringe. For your consultation today, of course, I've heard good things about your clinic. It feels like I'm swallowing a round rock in my throat. Maybe that I forgot how to breathe, or how to hold my body like a normal person. I'd hope so, since we only do the best work here. I'd hope so, since we only do the best work here. I'm sure you do. She smiles a little again, and I feel my heart forgets how to beat for a few seconds. I need to pull myself together if I'm going to get through this. I sit down and try to refocus. Look at her. I'm looking. Ask questions. I should get to know her better so I can best understand what she's looking for. Her name's meaning. Florence Sandarine is a beautiful name. Does it mean anything? Florence drops her gaze, making her smile seems a bit better. Florence comes from the Latin word florentation, which means blossoming, flourishing, and prosperous. Sandarine is a play on Sandrine, which itself is a version of Alexandra, from the Greek Alexandros. It means to defend man. Together my name is meant to be a blessing, to provide me with good fortune, to protect me from peril. Complimented again. Has it worked? Have you had good fortune and avoided peril? Lawrence left out a small chuckle. Sounds like glass chiming and flowers blooming and stars glinting. I think most would say so. You don't? But you don't think so? Florence shrugs with a very small movement of her shoulders. It depends on your perspective. I suppose. Regardless, my parents have ensured that I'm very blessed. Procedure. Now I understand you want to get a voice alteration procedure. That's why I'm here. Her fingers weave and slide along each other as she speaks, and I try not to stare at them. Does she feel nervous? Are you feeling nervous? Florence's fingers freeze in her lap. She tilts her head slightly and smiles. Not at all. I'm sorry to have given that impression. I can tell you're doing your utmost to create a welcoming environment for me. I smile back and nod. Thank you. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make you feel more comfortable. Florence nods back. I will. Reason for procedure. Why do you want to get your voice altered, if you don't mind my asking? Not at all. I understand as part of your responsibilities as a pipeline. You probably don't know, but there's a trend going around for having perfectly lilting voices. Mine is so mundane, it might slight my family's reputation should it be remain unchanged. Upper floor trends. I can't hear her voice to compliment it. But it's probably fine. I would never call your voice mundane. It's quite elegant, in fact. You make for a poor salesperson. But thank you. I appreciate it. Parents. Could you tell me more about your parents? Such as? Relationship with them? What's your relationship with them like? My parents? I'm not sure how much there is to say. I try to be respectful and dutiful. They look after me. I think the shorter her relationship with her tensions letting on. I'll try to circle back to it. Tell me about the interview show. I saw in your file that you host an interview show. What's that like? Florence's eyes light up and she smiles a bit. How nice of you to ask. It's not a terribly exciting hobby, but it does bring me a lot of joy. I very much enjoy meeting guests, getting to know them. I suppose a bit similar to your work in some ways. Yeah. A little bit, like very, very slightly. I mean, you're constantly dealing with people who are trying to get mods, right? Yeah. I could agree. I don't know if you find this to be the case too, but sometimes it feels like my clients learn a bit about themselves from the process as well. Lawrence nods slowly. I think so. Sometimes I think it's also about what truths are hinted to, or simply left unsaid. Truth to the heart that feel too dangerous to speak outright. Yes. I say it quietly watching her, but she doesn't meet my gaze, leaving her exact expression unknowable. What are their opinions? What does your family feel about your show? They don't pay it much mind. They see it as a diversion, which it is. So they don't watch? Florence shakes her head. They're much too busy, and I don't expect them to. It's only a simple audio show in any case. I'm sure there's like 1,000 other options in this world for a voice changer other than a permanent mod. Does anyone you know listen to it? My husband does occasionally. He's very supportive. She adds the last part after a pause, as if realizing there's something that's important to clarify. What are your plans after the mods? Do you have any plans after the procedure? No, I was just going to take some time to rest at home. There's a dinner party this weekend, but that's all. Take a moment to check my notes. I've covered all the required questions. Baron told me to be careful, and talking to Florence makes me a bit nervous. It might be best to wrap things up quickly, so I don't have more time to embarrass myself. Nope. We're talking to Florence. Learning about Florence is probably for the better, and maybe a small part of me wants this appointment not to end early. Give me a reason to not give you this procedure, and we will say to fuck with this procedure right now. It seems like your parents have a lot of control over your life. I don't think that's the best way of phrasing it, but they do advise my decisions. What's their purview? How many of your decisions do they advise? The important ones. And how much advisement do they do? Do you get any say? It's not like that. I just value their judgment. What scares you the most? Florence laughs a bit nervously. These questions are getting a bit heavy. Change topics. Provides insight. Your answers help me do the best job that I can. I need to know these kinds of things to provide a good recommendation. Florence nods. I understand. It was just a bit unexpected. She pauses, and I give her space to think. I suppose what I fear most is letting others down and disappointing them. Worries. Worried about letting others down? Florence nods. Disappointing? In what way do you fear letting others down? I have responsibilities, and there are expectations that are placed on me. Others rely on me. It would hurt them were I to betray their confidence. Is there anyone in particular who relies on you in this way? Mostly my parents, I think. There are also so many that worry me. Florence tilts her head slightly, getting interest, so I continue. I'm worried I'm not good enough at my job. I don't make enough time for my loved one. I pause for a second, realizing my next concerns are money-related. That's not something I imagine she'll be able to relate to. Keep going. I'm worried about making rent and affording an upcoming medical procedure for my pet rabbit. I don't mean to make you feel like your concerns are unnatural. Everyone worries about lots of things for many different reasons. I needed water. Hold on. No need to worry. You haven't made me feel that way at all. Thanks for sharing your worries, though. It helps. Betraying confidence? In what ways do you think you'd let others down? Florence pauses for a moment when she speaks. She offers each word slowly, carefully lining them up into a sentence. It's expected of me to present myself in certain ways, for my appearance to be up to standard. Your family expects you to look a certain way? That's a bit of a simplification, but you could say so. What would you say? He pauses again, but for longer. They expect you to maintain a standard of appearance that doesn't cause them social problems. Why do you think you have these fears? I'm not sure what you mean. What makes it so scary? Lawrence sits back a bit. I hadn't thought about that. He pauses for a moment. I think I'm worried about others thinking less of me. Do you think you'll lose their respect? Yes, I'm scared of losing all worth in their eyes. Yeah, this is fucked. Yeah, this is fucked. You're right. Or anyone specific you're worried about not seeing your value? Not that they wouldn't see my value. It's that they wouldn't see value in me anymore. I nodded, she continued. And it's my family primarily. Your parents and husband? Florence nods. Could this be connected to her reason for making this appointment? Your boss asks you to be careful with this. I'll lose my job over this shit. I don't give a fuck. My boss just fucking meant... My boss fucking meant to make the sale and to shut the fuck up because it was an expensive fucking procedure. I'm about ready to decline this one already. I'm about ready to be like, no. He wanted you to not find the reason to say no. Exactly. And that's why I don't fucking care. I'm gonna find a reason. I'm gonna find a reason. I'm gonna find it. I'm saying no. Have you spoken to anyone about your worries? Florence drops her gaze, but I catch the floorness in her expression. They're only simple concerns, not worth worrying others. Ask. I lean forward slightly, trying to catch her gaze. Something is telling me that she's been keeping her feelings bottled up for a very long time, and she might be looking for someone to share them with. You're not bothering me. I'm here if you're willing to share. Florence looks away again, and silence stretches between us. I'm about to ask if she's alright when she starts talking. It's alright. I understand now that the cause of my worries can be dispelled if needed. I hope I'm not impeding your work, but it's not an issue for me anymore. You Even if you're not worried, even if what you're worried about can be reasonably dealt with, it's still okay to be worried about it. Florence pauses for a moment. What do you mean by that? For example, I have a close friend, Rhinal, whose job requires excellent eyesight. She worries that one day her vision will worsen and she'll be fired. She knows that if that ever happens, she can get her eyes modded to adjust for it. She understands that the problem is entirely solvable. That doesn't stop her from worrying about it. Florence frowns slightly deep in thought. What helped your friend deal with her worries? What worked best for her isn't necessarily the best answer for everyone, but she found it helped to talk to others about her fears. Giving them shape through speech helped her process and deal with them. It worked? She isn't entirely free of worries now, but it's easier for her to deal with them. Florence furrows her brow slightly. Would you like to try talking about what's bothering you? Yes, I think that might be a good idea. We're about to get fired today, dog. We're done. We're cooked. Hey, we took the deal. We took the deal with Winnie. So like, I mean, we got a fallback. We already got the other job lined up. So I mean, we can walk around and try to sell mods. We can walk around and try to sell mods. We got the fallback. We got the fallback. Are you cooked? No clue. No clue, probably. I suppose I should start at the beginning. Growing up, it felt like my looks were the only part of me that mattered. I was meant to be like a vase. Beautiful, silent, out of the way. To be admired but not interacted with. Empty of any thought someone else didn't place in it. After my marriage, a dread started growing inside of me, until it grew too large and started welling out. You have an in with the rich society and a bunch of mods to sell under the counter. True, true. That's what I'm saying. We got the fallback. We got the fallback. Maybe she'll help us. Maybe she'll help us with our rabbit. Gotta get her out of this situation. I'd have nightmares where I'd watch myself turn ugly or old or deformed. I was barely sleeping. Not knowing what to do, not wanting to worry my husband, I went to speak to my father, and he very rationally and matter-of-factly explained that if anything went wrong with me, I could just stop by a clinic and everything would be put right. Her hands clenched into fists, nails biting into her palms. That, in fact, my parents had been taking me to a clinic for minor adjustments since I was young. Had been going on for years, they just never told me. Fuck. And then her voice is almost a whisper down. He laughed at me, at my surprise. He asked if I'd really thought I was so naturally beautiful. Then he said my worries were irrational and frivolous, and then the matter was dealt with. Sent me off. Telling someone just not to worry is fucking ridiculous, unfair, unkind. And the fact you had been lied to for years to make fun of you for your reaction is absurd. What you felt, what you're feeling now, is normal. Thank you for saying that. She paused and I let her have some space. After a moment, she looks back to me, her smile a bit less shaky. If you have more questions, it's fine. Thank you, and thank you for trusting me with this. She inclines her head. Once I'm sure she's not going to say anything more, I continue. Wow, this is extra fucked. He body shamed her for the body she didn't even have anymore. Yup. 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 Fucking villain. Fucking villain behavior. Damn. You want to have this procedure done to alter your voice. I want to please my parents and fulfill my filial obligation. If that means getting this procedure, then yes. There's a slight tightness to her mouth that makes me wonder. What do you value? What do I care about? I suppose I'd like to be proper and socially respectable, to bring a positive reputation to my family to ease my husband's worries, and show I love my show. Is it alright if I ask about your previous mods? It's fine, but there's not much to tell. I don't know the details. What about the clinic you went to? That place? She spits the words as if they're bitter in her mouth. I never want to go back there again. I thought it was just health checkups. I can't believe. He breaks off and takes a second to breathe. I'm just happy to be here instead. As I mentioned, this clinic is well regarded. I take a second to examine her more closely and she speaks. Now that I know what I'm looking for, that I'm looking for something. Now I know that I'm looking for something. The modding is exceptional. Entirely unnoticeable. Florence smiles, and I watch her jaw. Bone shifting, maybe? Maybe nano work? Has your experience matched our reputation? So far. Thank you for answering. Thank you for answering my questions. It's time to make my recommendation. I look down at my notes, detailing facts I collected to a silhouette of Florence Sandry. You'll be making your recommendation now? Yes. I need to save another 7,967 over the next 11 days to afford Nipple's procedure. If Florence has this procedure done here, I'll earn at least 1,400. The biggest problem with this, that we're not presented with enough information to make a decision. I want to point out what this game is doing. This game is like pushing a story. They have a story to tell. I could fucking smell it, dog. I could fucking smell it, alright? I pushed really hard for conversation. They did not get me anything that would make it feel like she really didn't want to. In fact, near the end, it made it sound like she wanted to do it on her own terms. If this is what she's gonna do, she wants to do it on her own terms. So she fucking picked a clinic to do it. She has obligations to do this and to be a fucking showpiece for her family. She's afraid of the ramifications of not listening to their fucking recommendations. What danger am I gonna fucking put her in if I don't recommend this procedure right now? What fucking danger am I gonna put her in? At least right now she's making up her mind to fucking put in this mod. She's like considering to do it and trying to do it on her own terms. She's hesitant because she just found out that her entire life has been fucking lies. This game's extremely evil. Oh yeah. I fucking love it. I fucking love it so far. It's so fucked up. This shit is evil. You're fucking right. This shit is evil. Hey, if y'all are watching this like after this is done, I'm holding my finger up at you, devs. I'm looking at you. I'm wagging. I see what you're fucking doing, and it hurts. It hurts, and I'm gonna fucking eat it. I'm gonna eat it. But god damn, you're making my compass go. You're making my fucking compass pump and go burr right now. I like games that make you think. I do enjoy games that make you think about things. And it's not for everyone. That's why I gave the content warnings. And if it's not for you, please come back in like 30, 40 minutes. All right. Actually, I was thinking about playing another game of theirs. I don't know what making a monster is like. So maybe if you want to look into that one on your own, don't tell me anything about it too much. I'll look a little bit before I start. See if there's also content warnings for that one. Want to step away, please feel free. If it's not for you, that's fine. That's valid. You can use this moment to just step away from the stream. You do not have to be here. You don't. But I love the games that make you fucking think about shit. I'm fine with dark themes. No, I'm totally fine with themes that are darker, with things that are fucked up and shitty, because fucked up, shitty things happen in life. And sometimes I'm ready to deal with them, and I'm ready to think about them, and I'm ready to see the ramifications. I love things that bring a perspective to these things that are happening, and pushing you in like the middle to like make a decision. I find that fun sometimes. Whew, I'm gonna stick it out. I'm not that against it. Just not something I choose to play. That's valid. That's so valid, dog. Oh, shit. Fuck. 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 I hate making decisions, though. Ooh. Like, I'm thinking about nibbles, and at the same time, I'm like, how do we want to do this? In the end of the day, I don't have enough information to fucking make anything. Oh, I need a bite. I need a bite. Hold on. A minute. Open this container again. Nah, dog. I don't remember any of that. Laugh track? That was so long ago. That was like more than 5 minutes ago. My brain is so tiny. All right. I hate the wording. I don't like the wording. I don't like the wording. Recommend procedure? Don't recommend? I don't recommend that you do this. But if you like I understand that's just like procedures. It's like, oh yeah, they seem fine to do this procedure. If you're making this decision on your own, and you're taking it into your own. But this shit, they said that this shit is like super fucking permanent though. If not, they're just gonna go somewhere else, like shitty or something, right? Oh, there's so many variables. Like I don't know. Ah. All right. I think we're good to move forward with the receipt. You're certain that's for the best. Well, hold on. Now that you're saying that, now it has to be no. No, it has to be no. Why not? Is there any reason it wouldn't be? Well, I just thought since you knew everything now. No, no, no. I don't want to go. I don't want to continue with that. No, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. Ah, no. Oh, no. Wait, can I still change my mind? No. Oh, no. Fuck. I was kind of hoping we'd go down like a line of dialogue, you know? Go back and forth, and she'd be like, you know, I don't know, you know everything. And we're like, do you not want to do this, you know? Damn. I don't want to say any of these, actually. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of salty, but I feel like why not did not lock me in. So hold on. Maybe it didn't, you know? Let's keep going. Maybe we'll like she'll come back with a comeback, you know? Best of a bad situation. Even if you did decide not to have it here, your family would still pressure you into getting your voice changed. You'll end up in the same situation but a different clinic, one you didn't choose. If you decide to go forward with the procedure here, we can look after you. You'll still retain some amount of control. I understand your assessment is correct. It was fool to me to hope for something more. No, no, hold on. I understand this is hard for you. We'll make this as easy for you as we can. Thank you. Aw, we'll book you for tomorrow if that works for you. So soon. Problem? Is that a problem? No, not at all. We'll see. You'll be here to meet with me? You want that? Do you want me to be? If it's not too much trouble. Yeah, I'll be there. Fine. We'll eat our decision. We'll eat our fucking lock-in, I guess. Now, in terms of the voice you're looking for, Florence explains what kind of voice she needs and which modification she'd like to get to achieve it. I suggest a plan that fits her goals, and she agrees to it quickly. Watching her explain what we'll be doing, I wondered if she really is listening. Baron will probably be upset if he hears that I didn't push out some other mods. I'm not fucking pushing anything else in this. I want to turn back. I want to fucking turn back. I want to turn back. Hopefully this is okay. I shouldn't do this. Selling more mods to Florence feels gross. Selling this mod to Florence feels fucking gross. I walk over to her, Dr. Soul. I walk her over to Dr. Soul and wait while she has a physical. Soul gives the go-ahead and Florence pays her deposit. I notice her hands are shaking slightly. I wonder if I made the right choice. We did not. We did not. She turns to me with a final smile. Thank you, I'll see you tomorrow. And with that, the siren is gone, along with all her glittering splendor. I grabbed some paperwork to finish my notes on Florence, deciding to stay and work in the lobby. After getting through about half, I hear the swish of the front door opening and notice Ocean walking in. 100%. If we end up playing the full release, you could expect that I'm going to be like, hey, fuck that. We're not doing it. I do want to see the other side. Hey, Jin. What's up? Back again, I see. Here for the procedure? Yeah. So, Dr. Soul has a lot of experience. You're in good hands. I'm sure. Do I just wait here, or... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. She'll come get you when she's ready. I'll let her know you're here. Alright, cool. Type a quick message to Soul, saying that Ocean's here. Make small talk. Questions? Yeah, sure. You excited for your trip? Yeah, I'm leaving the day after tomorrow. Glad to hear it. Just then, Soul steps from surgery. Hello, Ocean. If you're ready, you can follow me. Ocean offers a smile and follows after Soul. Soul nods to me before closing the door behind them both. I head back to my office with a lingering smile. It's nice seeing how happy Ocean is, and it doesn't hurt that they'll be paying the rest of their fee today. Later that day. When I get home, I notice Nibbles hasn't eaten. I pull her to my lap and run a hand along her ears and count my breaths. I offer her some kale and feel a bit relieved when she starts chewing on its corner. Unpack. There's only a few boxes left. Might as well get them over with. Looking between the boxes, contents, and my non-existent space, replacing said contents, I decide to leave what's left in the boxes. It's as good a storage solution as any given the current state of the apartment. Happy to have finally crossed unpacking off my list, assuring myself that I'm not cheating, I turn my back to the boxes. I decided to go to bed early, feeling restless and wanting the day to be done with. After getting ready, I open my banking account. I turn off my phone and drop it beside my bedside table, face down. Florence's smile haunts my thoughts as I wrestle with sleep. I wish I could have done more. I wake up at 3 in the morning with a start. Breath shaking. I try to lie back down and relax, but I can't. I hear blood rushing up to my ears. Fingers twitch and my legs don't want to settle. I sit up and try to think of a way of distracting myself. I don't get much more sleep that night. My alarm goes off and I turn it off, already awake. Halfway through making coffee. I sigh, it's gonna be a long day. I get into work and notice Florence sitting in the reception. She seems to be wrapped in her thoughts. I told her I would meet with her before her appointment. I turn slightly and begin walking towards her. She looks up as I approach. Hi, Jen. Hey, how are you doing? Well, thank you. Are you off to see a client? No. I only have paperwork to look after today. Don't let me keep you. Not keeping me. Don't worry, you're not keeping me at all. Your mood? How are you doing? I'm well. I mean, given that this is... I'm fine, Chip. The show? How's your show? I had to take a break with the procedure and needing to rest afterwards. I look forward to returning to it soon. I hear footsteps and look over to see Soul leaving her office. Everything is ready now if you'd like to follow me. Florence stands. I'll be right there. She turns back to me. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me a bit, Jin. I'll see you around. She turns and starts heading to the surgery. Soul stays for long enough to shoot me a raised eyebrow before leaving as well. I hear the door close behind me, the two of them with a soft click. I walk to my office feeling uneasy. This is for the best, isn't it? No. Oh no. I don't think so. Feels wrong. I take a seat and busy myself with paperwork. Some of my fatigue fades with coffee at lunch, and the paperwork is a little less unpleasant after that. Towards the end of the day, I feel anxiety raising in my chest. No clients came in today. I'm not sure that I can save enough money. There's another day like this. Finally, the clock ticks over to leaving time. I put the paperwork away with a sigh. I can't wait to get home. I take a final glance over my office and make sure I'm not forgetting anything and head out for the day. Surprised to see Ocean waiting for me in the lobby. Hey, got a minute? Yeah, sure, what's up? Just wanted to let you know how the procedure went. Satisfied? What do you think? Everything you wanted? I feel happier, more peaceful, and complete. Everything finally feels like it's in place. Happy to hear. More mods? You want more mods? That's amazing. I'm so glad. Thanks. More mods? You thinking of getting more mods? Not currently, no. Trying to get a return client? Well, if you're satisfied and interested, I think we make a great option. Can't argue with you there. Take a moment to check the time. If I leave now, I'll make it home in time for tonight's rerun of Daffodil Petals, falling gently beneath the cerulean sky. You got more? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Sorry, am I keeping you? No. I can catch up on any episodes I missed this weekend. How have you been doing? Not too bad. Just dealing with the usual. Glad to hear. Are you still interested in trying mushroom tea? Yeah. I'd love to. I know a good cafe in the mid-lowers that stocks mushroom tea if you're free now. Yeah, sure. Great, follow me then. Ocean turns to lead the way to the cafe. I get back from the cafe feeling more relaxed than I have in a while. I slide the tea they gave me into a cupboard with a smile. There's a slight rustling and I look over to see Nibbles. She seems more lively than usual. Check on Nibbles. Nibbles moves towards me as I approach her cage. She's eaten a lot more of her food today and I feel incredibly relieved. Going out? Sure. I open the door to her cage and Nibbles hops over. She butts me gently with her head and I smile, running a hand over her ears. Take a moment. I take a moment to remember my time with Ocean. I feel like we could be friends, and the thought makes me happy. Start chores. I put in a load of laundry and get started the dishes as it runs. Trying to keep up my cleaning momentum, I start on Nibbles' cage next. She watches me intently and I give her a little scritch as I finish up. The fatigue I've been ignoring settles into my shoulders. I take a look at my banking app while I still keep my eyes open. We're getting there. I whisper goodnight to Nibbles and pull the blanket up around me. Thank you so much for playing through to the end of our demo. Please leave a review letting us know what you think. We'd love to hear your feedback. If you liked what you played so far, the best way to support us is wishlisting on Steam. I don't think... Yeah, I could wishlist. That's wishlist. I would play this. I would play this, yeah. I'll decide on sharing feedback later. Oh, consider a wish list? I did. Thank you for playing. I did, actually. Hope you enjoyed Quality Dreams reasonably priced. There's still a lot we're creating and improving. Wishlisting helps us gain visibility and send you a notification once the game launches. We are a two-person team. Help feed our dogs. I got dogs to feed too, dog. Hell yeah. A game. Damn. That's rough. That game's gonna beat this shit out of me. Oh. I would need to put this aside for a time where I'm like doing relatively okay. I could not go into this game like feeling like shit. 100%. This is a game where you're like, there's not enough dread going on right now. I think I can handle a little bit of spice. I think I can handle a little bit of spice. Definitely not something I would play if I'm already feeling down. Holy shit. Good though. I think it was good. And when in our modern times are we lacking in dread? Fucking never, dog. But sometimes you're like, there are some days where I just stop paying attention. And I'm like, oh, things are pretty alright right now. I could deal with this for a bit. You know what I mean? Sometimes fictional dread also helps you get over, like, the crap shit that you can't control. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty good. Pretty good. I would play. I'd buy it. I would buy it. Not right now. It's not in the cards right now. But I would pay for this. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. Dorky Studios. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I am salty. I'm upset. I am upset that I couldn't back out after she showed like this entrance. Or I was like, hey, why not? I feel like I do feel like why not isn't enough to sell that you're like locked into this path at this point. I thought that it would be like a round of dialogue. And it kicked my fucking teeth in. It kicked my teeth, dog. It really did. But I could eat it though. I can get over it. I know for next time when I play the full game. Alright, we're gonna play. Next up, we're actually gonna play another game by Zorky Studios. So they're getting a twofer here in this one. This one is called I'm Making a Monster. Maybe playing the demo for this. And showing off the demo. So give me a bit here while I start swapping up. Thank you all so much for checking out the first portion of our showcase today. Big appreciate it. This demo is supposed to be on the shorter side, maybe like 30 minutes. So maybe we'll get to a few things after that. We're definitely gonna lighten the mood a little bit after this. I don't know what I'm making a monster is gonna be, if it's gonna be a little dark as well or not. But don't worry, we do have some lighter stuff coming for the rest of today. The day is not over yet. All right, the day is not over yet. Okay, so I'm gonna take a moment, stop recording for the VOD. So bye, YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And we're gonna